Okay, we're back again. I've given some thought to what I'm going to do with this multi-threaded design. I think what we're going to have is we're going to have similar to how I originally imagined it. Why is depth here? Right, because width and height can be inferred from the codec, but not depth. Is that true? I'll have to look into that. Anyway, that's not important. So the original design, we have a circular ring buffer that the video, I guess, rendering or compositing thread is going to write into. Every frame, it's going to write a couple of frames into this buffer, as many as it can fit. And do we have a capacity for that buffer? We don't. Capacity. And we're going to have a number of background workers who don't need a mutex. And this will be, that doesn't need to be atomic. That's just the number of workers. Okay, cool. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to synchronize them, or not quite synchronize them. Is it sem and it? Yeah, sem-t. This can just be sem, it doesn't matter. And we'll have to include semaphore.h. Okay, and we're going to have a semaphore that every time there's a new frame available to be processed, we'll bump the semaphore, and the background workers, well, at least one background worker will then pick up that frame and work on it. How does it know which frame, where in the buffer to actually start working? Well, we're going to keep, since it's a ring buffer, we need to keep track of the start and the end, which I think we'll just call start and end, right? But we're going to have a period of time where, probably, given how long the workers in the background are going to take, we'll have a period of time where a background worker is processing, but we still need that memory in the buffer to be valid, and yet another worker is ready to pick it up. So we don't want to increment start because we still need that memory to be valid. We can't get rid of that memory yet, it's still being processed. So we want to keep start where it is, but another worker is ready to go. So how does it know where to start? We're going to have a, what am I going to call this? Next, I guess. All right, and so what's going to happen is as soon as a worker gets woken up by this semaphore, it's going to just grab the currently available thing to be processed. All right, it's just going to increment that by 1 so that then when the next worker wakes up, it'll then grab the next one. And so this can be done easily with a fetch and add. And then what we're going to have is we're going to have the background worker threads are the ones that'll increment start. And the foreground video rendering compositing thread is the one that increments end. So this should, we'll see if it actually works in practice, but this should work out. There's one small wrinkle that I can't quite remember. I baked it into this design, so it'll work out fine, but I just wanted to point out what it was. I just can't remember what it was. So we'll carry on then, and maybe I'll remember it when we get going. Okay, so let's go back to here. Verify, yeah, that'd be nice, I guess. Probably not 3. Probably not 3. Well, okay, we'll start with 3. We'll see how we go. Yeah, and then we have our threads. And then for each worker, do we need to know the number of the worker? I don't even think that's necessary. I don't think it matters in this design, because every worker is the same. You're just a cog in the machine. Worker 17, your output is low. So I don't actually think we need that. And here we can just pass VO like that. And this is just workers. And then this increments workers. Okay, and then we don't need this. Sure, I know it's pulled in from state, but we'll do it anyway. Semaphore. Okay. Okay, and then after doing that, we need to set up VO start equals VO. Actually, before doing this, we need to set up the semaphore. Equals VO end, which equals 0, and that's after the buff. Okay, so we're going well. So we got and next as well. VO next. Okay, so we've got cap, start, next, buff, depth, and now we need the semaphore up, which we need to do here. Sem init VO sem VOsum p shared, and the value you can start with is 0. And so if this fails, we might bail. Couldn't create worker semaphore. Video worker semaphore. We can get rid of that, and then we can go to free frame. Is that really the last thing we allocated? No, it's not. Free buff, free VO buff. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it should be free buff. Okay, so it's initialized with 0, so we're good. All valids need to be memory ordered. Sure. I don't think this needs to be atomic. I think you can just go tear down equals 0. I think that's allowed. I'm doing it up here. I mean, I guess it'll tell me if it's not. I don't think this will compile though. Yeah, I didn't think so. Because here, so this should just be, context. No. And we'll get rid of that. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. And then the first thing we want to do is sem open, sem wait. Sem wait, okay. Otherwise the value -1 is returned in the global variable thread local or global? It says global. I think no is thread local though. Guaranteed to be unique for the lifetime of the thread. The address in each thread. Yeah, okay. It's thread local. Good. I guess we do want to do this in a while true loop. We want to go if sem wait vo sem VOsum equals -1. I guess one couldn't wait on video worker semaphore, and then we just want to return, I think. Okay. Ah, yes. how am I going to destroy these threads? Can I destroy threads, or can I just tell them to kill themselves? Because we can kill the semaphore, and then the thread will, of course, fail to wait on the semaphore and die. I think I should check for valid. But if it's waiting on a semaphore... Is there like a schedule yield? Did I make that up? I did not. It can fail? Yo, what? Okay. Alright. Because then we can do a try wait, right? E again, the semaphore value was 0 and this could not be decremented. Okay, brilliant. That's what we want. Now, what I wonder is what I'm doing equivalent? I might as well use an atomic here if I'm going to do it like this. We'll come back to this. We'll just do a sem wait. And we'll go to do, replace this with atomic and sketch yield. And we'll have another to do, how to exit this gracefully on teardown, on invalid output. And this should be while VO valid. Can I use VO like that? We'll find out. Okay. So this is a good enough start. Alright. Okay, so we got 2 warnings. Oh, it needs to return something? Okay. Just return null, okay. Okay, fair enough. 882. Yep, fair enough. Okay. Test number 1, does it crash? Okay, good start. And I don't know how to read this off htop, but we should be able to see if we have more background threads. I don't know, maybe. Alright. Okay. Did we initialize VO workers? We did not. That's a bad idea. Even though I think we declare this globally. So I should be able to just go VO teardown equals 0 here. Is that allowed to be moved below this? I don't think so.